Alright, this is part 2. I'm just taking a seat on the garden bed here. This is a garden that I would have worked on some time ago. And I'm just taking a seat here. I have my broccoli right in front of me. And just peaceful, just calm. I'm just happy to be here, right? In fact, wherever I am, I try to let the environment reflect what is in my mind. Try to let the environment reflect who I am. As said in the last video, I see myself, and we should all see ourselves as entities that value the feelings and freedom of all life, regardless of inter or intra-species differences. So in this recording now, for 5 minutes, I'll be talking about how that identity manifests into a proper theory to live by in society. A proper theory that will make society a better place. So, if we are human beings, it basically means that we have to live every single day. Our lifestyle should be centered around love and compassion. Our lifestyle should be centered around love and compassion for all of the beings, all of the sentient beings around us. Beings with feelings, beings that look up to us for their guidance and protection. So that's the second level, where our actions is that of love and compassion. Notice that to have love and compassion, you cannot forget who you are. We are human beings. We are beings of feeling. So from the identity of beings of feelings, we have acting out of love and compassion. Okay? Good. So how does that translate? Now let's move on. How does that translate to having the right theory in society that we need to work by? Practically, the theory of society that we need to work by is to value life and use objects. Yes, value life and use objects. Not use objects and value life. Not value objects and use life. So unfortunately, that is not the theory that our society is valuing right now. We are not valuing life and using objects. Our society right now is valuing objects and using life. So that is why many times people find themselves spending so many hours behind a house, and their family is right there. So many hours behind a house. They look for the smallest scratch on their car. You know, you can't even see the scratch, but you have to look so carefully and you see a scratch, and that's a big problem for them. So people find themselves like this. It's not that we blame them or anything, but people find themselves like this, getting caught up behind objects rather than the life around them, the loved ones and society. So we're talking here that we should be supporting the theory of valuing life and using objects, right? So we spend most of the time talking to our loved ones about things, about survival. That's the most important topic to talk about. And I will talk a little bit about survival a little later on. All right, I'll talk a little bit about that later on. So I want to just talk some more about the theory of valuing life and using objects. Yes, we want to value life. We want to encourage each other on the healthiest way forward. Try to have survival in our hands. We want to be spiritually and materially independent. And when you're spiritually and materially independent, then the mind is going to stimulate the release of serotonin. Serotonin is the happy hormones. And happy hormones are released when you do the right things to ensure your survival and that of your loved ones. So we're going to end here, looking at the time, and that's my point there, that we should focus on our survival, be spiritually and materially independent. Next video, part 3, is a summary of what I'm talking about. Thank you so much.